You tell me one athlete right now that's been dominating the game for 16 years straight without a loss. Tell me one.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Box Talk. This guy's a joker. Listen, we've got great boxing all the time, and we've always got guys that are world titleists or former world titleists trying to come back into the division. We've got two of them. Ishe Smith versus Erislandy Lara. Lara still got a belt after losing to Canelo.
Has he got a belt still? Oh yes, he has.
That says enough for the fight for me. Ade.
Nah.
You can't lose and keep your belt.
Yeah, you can't, but look, they don't want to pay sanction fees for a belt. They don't want to pay sanction fees.
Okay, I don't want to get to a side subject, but it reminds me of when Zab Judah fought Bouldermare and didn't pay the sanctioning fee, and Zab kept the belt, lost to Bouldermare, then fought maybe got the belt. It's like,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it doesn't help boxing. This will be this fight, Ade.
Let's look at it. Erislandy Lara, last time out, Canelo Alvarez, good fight. He will probably watch that fight 1,000 times and think, shit,
I
had a chance here.
Yeah.
I gave it away. I could now be one of the big players. I could be one of the big boys. Because we always mention Alvarez now as in joining the likes of Cotto, Pacquiao, Mayweather as one of the big boys.
Yeah.
And Lara would have joined that league, but he would have been up there like getting the superstar fights there. Would have been looking at him thinking superstar fights.
He would have beat a household name that makes him a household name in a sense.
Yeah, they would have been talking. Now this might sound stupid to you guys. If Lara won that fight, they could have been talking about Lara GGG at a catch weight 158. That's how the opportunities. And now you almost have to start again. And there's no shame in fighting Ishe Smith as a starter. Ishe Smith, the former IBF titleist, Costa Molina. Good fighter. It's a good little matchup.
I've always liked Ishe from the contender.
Yeah,
that's what
he doesn't look like his age to the bloody contender.
He does it.
Bloody hell.
I think from that I've got a little soft spot for Ishe. Yeah. Even though he's put on some poo-poo performances. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I've got a little love for Ishe. So I thought this fight for Ishe. He's a very lucky man. He lost his world title. Yeah. Was given a world title shot. Got paid to step aside. Gets paid again to get the world title again. Yeah. Know what I mean? That's a win-win situation for him. He got paid twice for one fight.
Yeah, Ishe is the only fighter in that whole Mayweather camp for me, and you can Badu Jack, Jadon Love, Ashley Fairplay, and the rest of them, that is actually doing... Do you know what I mean? Doing something. He's actually doing something. He's actually saying, okay, I can see why he's in the camp. He's not just in the camp to wear the TMT hats and, TBE hats. He's in the camp to actually do stuff.
He had times off in boxing where he ain't really boxing well, whatever. But every time he's about, he wants to fight good names.
That's what I like about him.
He might not get in the top guys, but he wants to. You know what I'm trying to say? Yes, he's not. Yes, maybe he's not a draw. He's not bringing this in and bringing that in, but he wants. Having the want makes you more of a fighter than a fighter sometimes.
Yeah, he is. I wouldn't say lucky to get this fight, but he needs this fight a lot more than Lara needs him. Put it that way. Lara could easily go the Andrade route. There's other fights for Lara to go. Lara's almost given him a fantastic opportunity. Yeah. And I think Ishe Smith's going to be bloody up for this fight. But styles make fights. And
I was about to say that.
Sorry, sir. And I have absolutely no idea how Ishe Smith beats Erislandy Lara. No idea.
That is exactly what I was going to say. As much as I like him, as much as he's got much as talent, much as he's smart there, he doesn't have a shot in hell in this fight. He does not have a shot in hell in this fight. The thing about Ishe is that he seems to fight at a comfortable one pace, and over the years his output has been getting less and less. So when before he could try to outwork someone, he can't really outwork you no more. He doesn't really have one punch finishing power, and no, you know what it is. To me, Ishe, when he won his world title, that was the pinnacle of his career, and because he achieved that, I feel he's comfortable now in his mind.
I look at both of these guys' respectable kind of assets and blah blah blah. I don't see anything, and this is no disrespect to Ishe because this is because how highly I rate Lara. I don't see anything Ishe has over Lara. The only thing I might give him is a bit more power. Yeah. That's just a might. Don't be fooled by Lara. Lara's got power, but when he wants to choose to show it, Lara can show his power. But we're talking in terms of sort of skill set, Lara destroys. In terms of speed, Lara movement, Lara, level of opposition, Lara, everything really. Lara ticks all those boxes. Like I said, I think it's a fantastic opportunity, but it's one that I don't think he'll take.
matchmaking is always about, you know, getting the best fights for your people, and making the most money for your opponent. And this is a fight where it only ticks one box. It gives Ishe a very good paycheck, but for matchmaking, it's not going to help him at all. And what's going to happen here is that it'll go 12 rounds.
That's Lara.
It'll go 12 rounds. It won't be a very entertaining. It won't be a very entertaining fight. And at the end of it, both of them are going to be stuck in a situation saying no one's going to want them on TV.
This is why I think it might not go 12, just because of what you said there. Lara's in that position where Lara now, look, TV runs the show in boxing. It's that simple. Lara's in a position where people think he's stunk the house out against Alvarez. He's stunk the house out. Even in the Trout fight, and you know, for about 9 rounds, he stunk the house out again. Lara needs a performance similar to Rigo. Some of you guys need to perform, and that's why I think Lara might put it on him early. I really think he might put it on him early.
I tell you what, some of the stuff I read online from fans and from articles, and as you know, I read every website out there. They were really going into Lara. If you didn't think Lara won, even if you thought Lara won the fight, they were like, he stole it. He ran around. He done this. He's getting zero love, and that is going to hurt him badly. You know what I mean? It's going to hurt him badly. And like I said, let's be honest. Ishe is not the most entertaining fighter no more. You know what I mean? I'm watching the fight. We watch all the fights, but I'm not looking forward to watching the fight.
Alright, where does winner, where does loser go? Where does it go? Where does Lara go first?
Okay, Ishe's going to lose, so loser's going to go back to the Mayweather camp, make some money, and hopefully, and he will retire shortly, I reckon. But ain't no 154 fights over here for Lara. I like Ishe. I like Ishe. I think Ishe should do well for himself. I think it'd be a shame for him to be a stepping stone for people.
And no 154 fights over here for Ishe. Could you see him go? You know, like when you kind of go out and you just go out and fight another couple. Can you go over here?
Yeah, he can. He can go over here, but I don't think he would. I don't think he would. He makes enough money. Again, he's in the middle of the camp. He gets paid from Mayweather as well. He's comfortable.
I made the statement earlier that if Lara beat Canelo, they could have been in a position where they're talking about Lara GGG. If Lara does win, where does he go? Could you see that matchup? Could you see a matchup like that?
No. Lara.
I see Lara causing GGG hell of a problems.
Yeah,
not, he hasn't, don't remember, I'm not saying he'll beat him, but
again,
he's style. It's
that word matchmaking. They're not going to do it. They wouldn't do it. Lara, after this fight, is going to ESPN.
Okay, that's cheap. Well, Friday Night Fights.
Yeah, seriously, they don't want him, bro. They do not want him. As much as I like him, much as he's skillful, they're not going to say he's not going to get opportunities to have, and he's going to be one of those guys that ultimately, unfortunately, might be a wasted talent. It's all said and done.
When you look at Lara, you do look at him and think this guy has probably fought everyone at 154 he could fight as well, and just hasn't performed the way he should perform against those fighters. That's the thing.
Again, he has the opportunity. He has opportunities. He has the potential. He has the style. He has the skills. He just doesn't. Okay, the rule of boxing is to hit and not get hit. The optimism of that. He does it well. But you also got to make things entertaining as well. As boxing fans, we like it because we appreciate the skill level of it. But like I said, you don't go back and watch another Lara. Like me, I don't rewatch Mayweather fights, I don't rewatch Lara fights, I do not rewatch Rigo fights. They're good, I like them, I take them, I've got them on DVD, but I don't go and watch a good fight and put that on.
Alright, there you go. Ryan has just absolutely annihilated Lara there. No, you have. He's annihilated. But look, I can understand his point. A lot of people say, would we watch Floyd Mayweather fights if it wasn't for the 6-month build-up in terms of all the 24/7s? You probably watch Floyd Mayweather and think, that's quite a boring fight. And it's very similar to Lara. Similar to the problem Rigo's having at the moment as well, guys. Ishe Smith, Erislandy Lara, we think Lara wins this convincingly. I'll be shocked if Ishe Smith pulls this one off the bag. Wow.
If Ishe wins 3 rounds, I'll be impressed.
Yeah, oh, there you go. See, if Ishe wins 3 rounds, wow. Yeah. But look, I expect Lara to win convincingly, and I don't know, I kind of feel a couple of the small sort of middleweights might come down. I can see a few catchweight fights for Lara. That's the only thing that's going to save him. He's fought everyone he can fight at 154, apart from Andrade. That fight ain't happening, no chance. They won't risk Andrade with Lara.
K9 maybe?
There you go, that's a good shout.
K9.
That's a very, very, very good shout.
K9.
There you go, guys. Ryan has already done matchmaking. Can you kind of get money on it? Matchmaking. K9 Lara happening in July. But look, guys, email your thoughts at
boxtalk@hotmail.co.uk, and don't forget to post on Twitter at boxtalkuk.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for all the subscribers. And also, guys, don't forget to watch this edition of Box Talk. Don't know what I'm talking about.